A majority of working adults probably spend more time at their workplaces than in their homes. Sometimes we even see our colleagues more often than our own families. We can say that the workplace is our second home, which is why there is a great emphasis among corporations to invest in good workplace design that caters to the well-being of workers. I'm Ronnie Choong, founder and principal of Innovative Space Dimension. To understand where we are in terms of workplace design, let's look at how it has evolved over the years. In the early 20th century, we see office workers organized in rows upon rows of tables, very much like a large classroom, with a supervisor overseeing a sea of desks and a manager room surrounding them. Then in Europe, in the 1960s, this regimented arrangement of workplace was thrown out of the window with the introduction of the bureau landscape, or what we call office landscaping, which placed emphasis on meeting the needs of the workforce without having a formulaic one-size-fits-all approach. This later developed into the action office concept, where alternative seating options were provided and workstations were clustered together to encourage social interaction. Then in the 80s came the introduction of the office cubicle. The workplaces started to resemble a rat maze, with rows and rows of high-paneled cubicles for the staff and supervisors and enclosed rooms for the senior management around the perimeter of the office, robbing the internal space of natural light from the windows. This was indeed a very depressive time in the development of workplace design. Office workers were physically separated from their colleagues in the quest for privacy, and the environment was not really conducive for collaboration or interaction. Fortunately, this depressive period of workplace design then gave way to a pseudo-bureau landscape action office concept due to the emergence of modern technology and the rediscovered desire to interact, socialize, and collaborate. Very often in my work with corporations, I am asked to recreate the ambience and design of the Google office. Corporations think that a brightly colored, fun environment is the way forward for offices. But more often than not, the drivers of the project tend to chicken out and opt for a less radical approach. As iconic as it is, the Google office is not meant for all types of corporations. It depends very much on the current and desired work culture of the company, the nature of the business they are in, and the sort of employees they have or hope to attract. People who enjoy their workplace are more likely to want to continue working there and are more motivated to produce and exceed results expected from the corporation. Recently, the Agile work environment has begun to gain traction and is becoming the go-to solution for creating an environment that fosters optimal productivity. Agile workplaces are designed to provide maximum flexibility. Such spaces empower the employee to work where, when, and how they like, giving them all the technology and tools that they need through the creation of a variety of seating arrangement and facilities. They can also work remotely if required and are not confined to the standard 9-to-5 schedule. It goes beyond just aesthetics and creating a cool vibe. It is all about creating higher levels of output in quality and quantity of work through an environment that creates a sense of happiness and wellness in employees. In creating an agile work environment, designers often divide the office into distinctive zones. There is the focus zone, areas where individuals can perform work that requires intensive concentration. Private workstations, pods, or hot desks are located here, ideally in quieter areas of the office. Then there are support facilities, which consist of staff lockers, printer areas, utility rooms, nursing rooms, and etc. Such spaces also allow for chance encounters for staff to interact. Collaborative zones consist of spaces where people can meet either casually or formally in open meeting spaces, countertops, meeting rooms, or huddle rooms depending on the length and the nature of the meeting. Telephone and quiet rooms become essential within these environments to cater to staff taking private calls or undertaking work that requires absolute visual and audio privacy. Rejuvenation zones allow staff to take a break and relax their mind, as well as allow for social interaction. These spaces can include a cafe or pantry or resting pods, but staff can also work in these areas too, if they so wish. Finally, the play zone is an important hub within the office that allows the staff to completely get away from their work to socialize, bond with colleagues, and create work-life balance. I believe that post-pandemic, there is going to be a shift to go beyond green design, which has been much hyped for the past decade, to a more wellness-centric design. It will be a further evolution of the agile work environment with designs that emphasize on the wellness of the employee, both physically and mentally. With the new hybrid working concept, we will probably see the density of people within workplace reduce, with more facilities provided for collaboration and teamwork. In short, when we design a wellness-centric work environment, we create a place where workers will look forward to come to work in. They will have higher morale, happiness, and they will be more creative and healthy. All this then translates into better efficiency, productivity, teamwork, and a higher quality of work and innovation within an organization, resulting in better outcomes for the corporation and its employees.